What now?
Pleaded.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You're listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing out there in the land of the internet? It's International Women's Day, and you are listening to Blame Your Brother, episode 82. We are back once again. The stream is working this week. We are in glorious 1080 high definition on the YouTube channel. So please go to blameyourbrother.tv. Come hang out with us as we do the chat live on Thursday nights. And yeah, man, Blame Your Brother. We're going to get to it. Lots to talk about tonight. Before we do that, we will introduce ourselves. I am part of the show, 1/3 of the show. I am David, a.k.a. D. Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, Nick Nickum, the spiritual midget, and I am joined by the man to the left of me, my brother, biology brother. It's Lee.
What up, everyone? It's the brother to blame, the one, the only, LeBron safety pin.
That's right. And then we got this guy almost needs no introduction, but we'll do it anyway. It's the one, it's the only, it's John.
I'm John here, a.k.a. Tico, the salt of the earth, Mr. PTI, the madman.
Well, sorry, I messed that up this week. So,
oh well,
he's a madman.
I'm just a madman. He's a madman.
They got John Tortorella,
That's
a
me.
madman.
They're talking about me.
All right, so there we go. We are Blame Your Brother, and we're going to be talking about a lot of topics tonight. But before we get started, before we jump into that, before we invade your ears, we're going to offer the chance to go back and retract things we said last episode. Maybe we were wrong about something. Maybe we gave bad advice. Maybe we said something stupid. I don't know, but our Blame Your Brother legal team says we have to do this at the start of every show. So, Lee, we always start with you. Is there anything you wish to apologize for or you got wrong?
Yeah, I apologize for not having internet last week.
Okay.
I wanted to blame Marsha Blackburn. She was not at fault. I wanted to blame Megan Barry. She was not at fault.
Are we sure?
I wanted to blame everyone but myself, but I'm now a legend at Comcast. So it all worked out.
Did you cuss somebody out or something?
No. It turned out to be a cable modem problem, and as soon as I realized that, I ordered it on Amazon Prime Now, and it came within like 30 minutes, and it blew the guy's mind. He didn't know that you could order things in under an hour on Amazon Prime. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, AmazonPrime.com.
The place that will take over the world soon. Awesome. Okay, so
as far as the show, I don't know. Did I? I don't think I did.
Okay.
I wanted to be very clear that I support Twitch girls.
Okay.
While simultaneously not supporting them.
Well,
I'm very selective.
I mean, we can go to that in a little bit. I mean, there was some reaction to that for sure. But John, anything you said, anything you offered up, anything episode 81, 77, I'm just picking random numbers here that I like. John,
I do like 77 is one of my favorite numbers, which I have nothing to apologize for that episode. And
anything last week though, like your reaction to a reaction, maybe. Are you ready to come clean and say that you will not be disappointed?
What? No, I'd still be disappointed. not gonna lie to the people. Then I have to apologize.
The phobia still runs rampant.
The phobia.
Okay, so you good?
No.
All right. I mean, sometimes history's got to happen on the show.
Oh, wow.
We've gone 80.
Are you serious?
We've gone 81 episodes.
Hold on, let me get my camera out.
I've never apologized. I've never gotten anything wrong, but I did. And we'll discuss it later in the show. But
Who called you out? Who called you out on it?
Myself.
Really?
I made a proclamation that Megan Barry would not be kicked out of office. I guaranteed she would not. I guaranteed she would not pay for her sins against the city of Nashville. And I was wrong. I was wrong, internet. I was wrong. You heard it here. Grab the clip. My name's David of Blame Your Brother, and I was wrong. There you go. So if you wanna capture that audio, do whatever.
I do.
Do whatever you want with it.
It's gonna be my favorite drop from now on.
There you go. I offered it up. I was wrong, and so we move on. All right. Well, John, how was your week this past week, man?
It kind of flew by. I can't even remember most of it.
So you joined me at the MACK on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
The Murfreesboro Anime and Comic Convention. Made a little video. It's up on YouTube. BlameYourBrother.tv. Go check it out. I interviewed some of the con goers.
The characters of MACK.
Yes, we interviewed some of them. And
characters is a good word for it.
Good time. So it was a smaller con, as you see. I mean, you came out. You bought some merchandise, though, right?
I did. I bought an old comic book that I wanted. I bought a book, and they had some illustrators there, and had my wife there with me, and she's really big in Japanimation, and asked one of the illustrators to do a picture of her anime style, and so we got that.
Cool.
Need that on social media. But so you were in that video?
No. A lot of that was shot before he got there, I believe.
Okay, but I saw you buying the book in the video.
No, that was Half Pint.
Okay, I was going to say I thought that was Half Pint.
So I got to give big thanks to Marlon, aka Half Pint, for helping me film that video. He
even said his name in the video.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I was losing my mind.
But hey, you wouldn't be the first person to get Half Pint and John over here confused. It's happened before, so not a big deal.
Okay, check.
Well, I mean, he hasn't known Half Pint for 20 years.
I would say the image still that you captured from that video and posted on Twitter was, in summation, the highlight of your life.
I'm glad you thought that, because I go through the video when I'm trying to make thumbnails, and I grab certain parts of the video, and I captured that, and it went, and I said, oh my God, that's the perfect picture. And
like the smug look on your face, the irreverence, your approach to the entire MACK, and then that Ghostbuster woman. Because I watched the video, and like she's like super excited, about what is it, the Ghostbuster,
the whole alliance or whatever.
Something.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters Tennessee. I thought I was
it's Ghostbusters of Tennessee, but it's like an international organization.
Yeah, it's every state. A lot of states have it.
Your tone of voice and your mannerisms was like, this is a total waste of everything.
No, I would say to everybody else,
as bad as the picture. I thought the picture was 100 times worse than the interview.
I was actually very nice, because I know those guys, a lot of those guys. I mean, I know them as far as seeing them at cons and stuff. So I wasn't, but it is what it is, man. Okay?
So just go watch the video.
Go watch the video. But I mean, like I tell people, if there's a convention in town, small or big, go check it out. It's
I gotta ask you, man.
Yeah.
Did you use the gimbal? Obviously not.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Your gimbal needs an upgrade.
Well, Half Pint used it. I didn't use it.
We need to hit up Michael Anthony for some more money.
Okay.
See if he'll buy us a gimbal unit.
Michael Anthony, we need some more money. Send it our way.
We need that gimbal.
Send more money. We need that gimbal. What's a nice gimbal run? Like $10,000-$20,000?
Oh yeah, that's it. All right. I mean, he's got that in his back pocket.
Just send us a blank check, Michael.
No big deal.
Thanks.
20,000. He's got that. So you did the anime. The picture turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
All right, you should have got one of us. Blame Your Brother boys.
I couldn't do it without Lee there.
No, we could have given him a picture, but we'll do it next time. All right. So anything else happened, or that's pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Lee, what about you? How was your week in the world?
Yeah, so I mean, we live weekend by weekend. Let's not fool anyone here. I had a server deployment, so I worked 14 hours this weekend from 10 o'clock at night to 5 o'clock the next day, slaving away on a hot stove. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
All right, so I went to the convention, made the video. Went to Chuck E. Cheese last night. Partied at Chuck E. Cheese.
Was it your birthday?
My son turned 8 yesterday.
You don't have to lie to us, man. We won't judge you.
Went there, hung out with brother-in-law Corey and his kids and my kids. So but the anime convention was obviously the biggest thing. This next weekend, I'm actually going out of town tomorrow to Indiana for a karate tournament. So
Are they going to play that "You're the Best Around" song?
You're the best around. I might walk around and play it, but it'd be fun. It'd be my second one I'm going to, so it's interesting. I never thought this is where I'd be at this age.
I honestly thought that, if it matters.
Okay. Well, if anybody I thought would be in a karate tournament, it would be John, since he's the only one that took martial arts.
I thought you were talking about Chuck E. Cheese's. I wasn't paying attention to you.
Chuck E. Cheese all day. Tell us about your Taekwondo experience, John.
I took Taekwondo, started it when I was 12, and I just took it for a year.
When you were 12?
Yeah.
What year did the Karate Kid come out? How old were you when Karate Kid came out?
Oh gosh, I think it came out in '84.
So it was like 7
So
or 8.
about 7. Yeah.
So would you say the Karate Kid influenced your desire to become?
No, my mom won some kind of thing for like we got free lessons for a
Who's the
year.
actor in Karate Kid?
Ralph Macchio.
You know they're making.
John reminds me a lot of Ralph Macchio.
He does in that
honestly.
movie. Well, you know they're making Karate Kid like 2.
They're making a
but
they're
you know,
making a YouTube
Prequel.
a YouTube. No, it's not a prequel. It's
sequel.
It's
It's a prequel sequel.
It's a sequel.
Both
I mean,
him and
main bad
Billy
guy.
Zabko is in it.
Who is he?
He played Johnny, the main antagonist to him.
The Cobra Kai, Sweep the Leg, right? Are
Not
you talking to the most recent one?
No, the very first one.
the first one, not the remake. Not
The
with
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweep the
Actually,
Leg.
that's what it's called. The
called-
show is called Cobra Kai.
Sweep the Leg.
So what belt did you
It's
get,
not Sweep the
John?
Leg.
It's not?
How far did you
I got
make
it to a second-degree green belt.
Which is
So this was like a Groupon special your mom got, and
It
then
was
you-
before Groupon.
you only
I don't
made it
know
with
how
the
she
green
won
belt?
it, but
John was doing Groupon before it even existed. that's how good he got it. So okay,
Alright.
cool. Well, we'll be
we
looking
live
for
in
that.
very exciting lives. There
All
you go.
right, let's get to last week. We talked about Twitch girls, girls that get on Twitch, scantily clad women, and I just got a few replies from the internet I want to bring up here. So we put up a video of us talking about it, and we just asked people, what do you think? What do you think of the Twitch girls? So first up, we had River, who's a listener friend of the show, and he says, I'm on Lee's side on this one. And so before we get that, Lee, so we did a Who's to Blame segment where you got to argue different sides, whether you agree with them or not. That's kind of the thing. But Lee took the anti-Twitch.
I was forced to take the anti.
No, you picked first.
you went first.
like
so.
he did with me.
But
Anyways,
I was being anyway.
being a gentleman, yeah. Okay. So he went anti, John went pro. Okay, so just to get you there. Okay. River said, I'm on Lee's side on this one. Throw the nerds and geeks are not forced to pay. It's almost too enticing to pass on. So, all right. And then we got Adam of AJP, Adam Podcast Roll. Go check their podcast out. Really good stuff. He said it's definitely a problem that needs to be addressed. This is a platform meant for playing video games, not chatterbait. Thankfully, the new rules they rolled out yesterday should help. Then Space Pants replied and said, Mandy said, you do you. I hate that saying so much. It is the most hated. You do you. I can't stand when people say that. So now I say it like very mockingly when I say it. You do you. I just hate it. Anyways.
I think a lot of people who say it that way,
Yeah.
though.
She said, you do you. If you want a game half naked, then more power to you. It's not hurting anyone. Then Space Pants said what Mandy said. No one is forcing you to watch a cam girl, nor is anyone being forced to pay them. The top performing individuals on Twitch are still men who game, not women with breasts. Lee, is that confirmed or not? Are the top?
Confirmed.
Okay. When Twitch,
when tits.
A little Freudian slip in there.
or should they change the name? When Twitch changes policy, then we'll talk. Now, they did actually, what's funny, they did actually change the policy this past week. And at the very end,
You
this
think
is
it might have been because of us?
because of us. We're game changers. We're innovators. This is what part of the policy is from Twitch. We recommend creators wear attire that would be publicly appropriate for the context, location, and activity they are broadcasting. For example, workout clothes would be appropriate for a fitness stream, and a swimsuit would be appropriate for a stream from a public beach. And they just went to say, no pornography will be allowed on the site. So I don't know how that's a change of policy, but that was a few people's thoughts on it. Women kind of were with the women. The guys were kind of with the guys. So whatever that means, I really didn't think of it like that. But anyway, that was kind of our thoughts on Twitch. So if you haven't listened to episode 81, go check it out and see if you agree with us or not. So that's that. All right. Well, I guess we got to just jump into the biggest news that hit Nashville this week. It was a busy week for the news. Was it Tuesday? Tuesday this week, I believe.
Did she resign?
When the news that Megan Barry, mayor of Nashville, was going to resign from her post officially, and then she pled guilty to felony theft. She has to pay back $10,000, and she's on probation for 3 years. But the crazy thing of this is she's on probation for 3 years, but after those 3 years, it gets expunged off her record. like it never even happened, which is kind of crazy. Then her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever it is, Mr.
Forrest.
Mr. Forrest, he also got the same deal. He has to pay back $45,000 to the city. I guess because he got paid more of the overtime. I don't know how they broke that. They didn't really.
It's a glass ceiling thing,
Yeah.
man. You know.
I mean, the women are getting off easy. You're right.
No,
you nailed it. You're right,
got less
man.
money.
That came from Lee, everybody. Just in case you
No, that's
wondered.
right. You're right. You're right. So go ahead. So the women got less money. Is that what you said?
How is that a misogyny alert?
You
were the one that, anyway.
You said I was just going along with
I
you,
just
man.
said it was a glass ceiling thing.
I was just doing locker room talk with you, man. I was like, yeah, man, you're right. What you said, locker room talk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway, so now she's out as mayor. David Brawley is the new mayor of Nashville, and this has made national news now. I mean, it was local. Now it is.
It was on the cover of not the main story, but it was on the front page of the USA Today.
Okay. So yeah. So this is big news.
Print
So-
media, y'all.
Well, here's my problem with this whole situation. This woman has not shown an ounce
Remorse.
of remorse for any of this. She has laughed.
She had a cheesecake smile when they were doing it.
So she laughed coming out to the press conference, which was the most
Irreverent.
It's one of the most irreverent, pathetic things I've ever seen in my life. You had a chance to come out and you go, you know what? I let the people down in Nashville. I apologize. She never apologized one time. She never even addressed the situation. She said, I'm proud to be a Nashvilleian, and this future is got a bright future ahead of it. Thank you. I'm out.
That's what bothers you, honestly.
Well, no, I mean, it's just
Like, this is old news. Okay, let's just.
I'm saying, as a lowly podcast, if our lawyers require us to make apologies
that's true. That's true.
every week, I mean, for something, just for something that we said.
Look. Here's the real question. Okay, let me ask you the real question. If me and you were to steal $10,000 from the people of Nashville, and then have an affair on company time, and then be found guilty of a felony charge, would me and you get 3 years of probation and an expunged record?
You'd get 3 years of prison.
At least.
You wouldn't get no 3 years of
So
probation.
what exactly? How does she get off?
The only thing
With Mr. Forrest's help, apparently.
We knew John was going to say that.
Thank you. Wow. I think the DA just cut a deal to get this over with. I mean, I guess he could have went on a long trial and, wasted the taxpayers' money, but the taxpayers' money has already been wasted. So how much more money do you want to waste on this when you know she's guilty? I mean, that's the only reason I can think, but you're right. Any three of us did it, any public citizen did it, you'd be in prison right now.
Toasted.
And there would be no expunged records. But so anyway, she laughed at the press conference.
What is wrong with laughing at a press conference?
This is not time to laugh, my friend.
Why?
You just don't
It's
laugh.
always a time to laugh.
When you just got indicted for stealing money.
Bring up the mugshot.
I've got to disagree with you because people always get angry because I laugh at funerals or stuff like that, and it's always a time to laugh, right?
Go ahead, John. This is your
A funeral is a time to laugh?
That's what I said.
What is wrong with you?
That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with you people? Always laugh. Laughter is always the answer.
All right. Keep that drop, David.
Yeah, I know. I should take that
Keep that drop. Lee, from Lee's mouth, he said, laughter is always the answer.
So,
okay, I'm going to remember that.
She laughed at the sentencing, and I want Lee to bring up the mugshot now. Does this look like the mugshot of a woman who is sorry for the things she's done against the city of Nashville? No way. There's a rule of life, man. You don't smile on your mugshot, man, unless you're high or drunk.
She's
it.
probably both.
I think she might have a problem.
Look, if I just got off with felony charges with 3 years of probation and a record expunge, I'm going to be smiling my mugshot for sure. She got away with robbery, man. She literally got away with the robbery.
Felony robbery.
I guess she does have to pay it back and she lost her job, but
Well, that's all they could probably prove she took. But anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Whatever. Who cares?
I mean, I care. I think this is it's a misstep of justice is what it is.
It's kind of like a slap in the face.
Which part is the misstep of justice?
She should have served time.
Okay, that's what I said, and you blew it off.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I just agreed with you. I said, yes.
You're saying the big issue is she's smiling in her mugshot. the big problem is she came out smiling at her press interview. It's like, those are those things that do not matter.
She's not John Q. Public. She's the mayor of a major city, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's focus on what's really happening, and that's dodging of justice. Not that you're smiling in a mugshot. Who cares?
She doesn't care. The whole point of the justice system is to make you care about the crimes you committed and make sure you don't do it again.
Here's my point. If she was going to jail, she wouldn't be smiling in that mugshot. If she was going to jail, she wouldn't have come out to that press conference smiling.
What Dave is trying to get at is that is not the face of someone who will never, ever do that again.
Yeah. I mean...
Be mayor? Yeah, you're right.
No,
She'll never be mayor again.
She didn't learn her lesson, man. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Sammy says in chat, what if it was Trump? Would your opinion be completely different, Lee?
What would be
that's specifically toward Lee.
So first off, tell me, what would be my opinion if it were Trump?
Oh,
Since everyone...
Burn him at the stake.
Burn him at the stake. He's laughing. He should be taken out to Guantanamo Bay, waterboarded. There's no telling what you would say. Would it be different if it was Trump? Would you have stronger
What would
feelings?
be different if he had an affair with his wife and was caught stealing money from the American people?
Yeah.
How is it different? Please tell me. How is it different?
You think probation would be cool?
For Trump?
Yeah.
No, I think he should be waterboarded in Guantanamo. You literally told me what my opinion was.
No, I'm
So why are we having...
Is it true?
If they called... If we could make Trump not be president and he would resign... I don't understand what the issue is. If Trump did these things and got off, if Trump committed a felony crime, would I be upset that he didn't serve the time that I would have to? Yes, of course I would.
Okay.
What's the question here?
I just think you and John live in the city of, you live in Davidson County. I mean, this was literally your mayor. You're like, I don't care.
No, I mean,
these people aren't held to higher standards.
What I'm saying is, you care she's not smiling in her mugshot. I care that she escaped felony charges with a slap on the wrist.
I care about many of those things.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, why would I care if Trump committed a felony and got off?
Well,
I mean, I don't know. What's the question here?
He's under the gun this week. He's being sued by adult film star Stormy Daniels. She's suing him, claiming he didn't sign the NDA many years ago.
So that he's either going to have to admit he didn't sign it or... Anyway.
I could care less about that. Okay. Well, anyways, there you go. It's a Megan Barry update. You want to hear what we thought about it?
Final thoughts, John. Give Megan Barry your final message. We'll probably never hear about Megan Barry again. So
you will.
Give her a send-off. Give her a send-off.
And this in no way, shape, or form atones for what she did. And
you got talk to the mugshot, John.
I'm talking to the mugshot. And in no way, shape, or form, the irreverence that you've shown it's just deplorable.
All right, deplorable.
Amen to what John said.
A bucket of deplorables.
You obviously didn't give a damn at any point. You don't give a damn now, and you've let an entire city down. I mean, it's pathetic. That's what I think about it. If your child did this, you would lose your mind over it. If you punished your child for something and he came out laughing and smiling, you'd be like, I didn't do a good enough job. Right? I mean, if he was caught stealing from a store, you're like, well, you're grounded for 2 days, and he's like laughing. You're like, okay, this is not.
That's when I'd rescind the punishment. I'd be like, yeah, wait, days?
Yeah,
I meant weeks.
Right. So
see, your sense of justice is so warped. It's so warped.
Warped.
It's so warped.
Lee says,
pardon her. It's not it's like not even the punishment that matters. It's like if you're smiling in your mugshot, like
it's just. But that's a bigger.
If she had not smiled in her mugshot, you would be completely okay with the probation.
No, we would not.
You would be.
No.
If she came out crying and sad, you would be like, "Oh, poor Megan Barry. She accepted her punishment."
I would probably feel a little bit different if she showed some remorse during this entire process.
That's what I'm saying. That's a warped sense of justice.
I mean,
if someone comes out and fakes whether they're smiling or crying, it's going to color your opinion of justice.
Sure.
But justice in America is supposed to be blind. It doesn't matter if you come out and are remorseful. If you're found guilty, you do the time. Period. That's not what happened here.
No, you're supposed to be remorseful.
And the fact that you want to smile or not smile or cry or not cry on a mugshot shouldn't matter.
What do you think prison is supposed to do? Is it just about punishment?
It's primary for reforming.
Okay.
But
this person did not get properly punished because she's obviously not reformed.
John,
and she did not.
She didn't go to jail, so what are you talking about?
That's exactly my point.
Okay, but you're saying that if she comes out and looks remorseful, she should not go to jail.
No, I'm not saying that.
Pretty much.
No, I'm saying it's worse.
You literally just said if your child came out smiling, you would punish it more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
more. She didn't get, to me, in my eyes, paying $10,000 back is not, that's not punishment.
Look, all I'm saying is that she wasn't
She did not get punished at all.
All right.
Whatever.
Are we done
Yes,
with this? Okay.
we're done.
Moving
Moving
on.
on. Moving
Give us your
on.
thoughts on Megan Barry. Travesty. All right. What's our next story? What else do we got?
So let's go to something a little bit in the same vein of punishing kids. How's that?
Okay. What is it?
So I don't know if you saw the story, but a man makes his son run to school for being kicked off the bus for bullying.
I like it. I love
From
it.
Roanoke, Virginia. A father in Virginia who said his son was kicked off the bus for 3 days for bullying made him run to school instead in the rain. The father...
Father.
Y'all got me all steamed up over Megan Barry's
The
mugshot.
father advocated for old school, simple parenting in several Facebook videos that show the boy running. It's been viewed more than 1.6 million times. And you can hear him saying, if you get your panties in a wad seeing a kid jog, well, I feel sorry for you. You probably need a lap or two. So
What are your reactions to this?
I love it. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I think one of the worst things you can be as a young child is a bully. I mean, it's setting a dangerous course for the rest of your life, thinking you can just go around insulting people, overpowering them, getting what you want out of them just because you're bigger or just because you're meaner. I mean, good. He needs to make his kid run to school every day because of this until he doesn't do it anymore.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If your father uses words like "don't get your panties in a wad," do you see that as like a gateway to possibly creating a bully, or like making someone jog in the rain as like a setting example of how to be a bully? Maybe
Like tough love. I mean, I feel, especially with younger people, they live in this world. I was thinking this earlier. They live in this world where they got to go to work and they have to like their boss and they have to be given job responsibilities that they want to do. And they can come in when they want to and they're doing their job. Leave them alone. This is the same thing with discipline, where you can't do this to a kid. You got to sit down with them and talk about your feelings. And hey, that's very important as well. But when you go to a job, sometimes you're not going to like your boss. You just have to deal with it. You don't like everyone you come across in life. Sometimes you do have to punish your children, probably more than you want to. But that's the way it is. If this is how it works for him, what else are you going to do with a bully? What else would you have him do? I mean, put him in a fat suit.
put him in a fat suit,
which
man.
John said
that's
many
the best advice I've ever heard for a bully.
But as Robin said, on the other hand with this, the father is publicly bullying his son on the internet. So that's just the day and age we live in. Everybody wants to put up a video. Everybody wants to blow up and all that. But, John, what do you think about a kid running to school as punishment for bullying?
For bullying?
Yeah.
I think it's fitting for this case. I mean, he got kicked off of the bus. So, I mean, that's...
Yeah. All right. Well, I like it. I mean, I think, there needs to be a little bit more. I'm not for beating children. I'm not even...
Yeah, I'm not a big corporal punishment guy myself.
I'm not... I've spanked my children, but I don't really anymore. I feel there comes to a point where...
You're not for beating children?
Yeah, you heard that on this podcast. We're the anti-children beating podcast of the internet. But, I'm like John. I spanked them when they're younger, but I don't know, man. Your kid and what's going to work with them.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't... I don't think that's working for my children. But... parenting's that thing where...
I think the less you hit your kids, the more impact it's going to make if you do have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a question for you.
Go for it. Shoot.
Your kid's a bully. You pull him off the bus. You make him run in the rain for 3 days, and then the 3 days are up, and he comes in smiling to the kitchen. How do you escalate it? What do you go to next?
We're going to run some more, baby.
So just keep the running thing.
Keep it going, baby.
Just like a month? What are we talking here?
Until I'd do more than run. He'd be doing push-ups, electric
make
chair.
him wear like a heavy electric chair.
Have you ever done the electric chair? So when I was in school and you got in trouble at recess, you had to do the electric chair. Now, we're on video, so I'll just show you.
Give us a little sample.
Okay, so
all right, we'll give you the play-by-play. So you're squatting, you're putting your hands, you just stand there. So you just squat down with your hands out in front of you for as long as you can.
For as long as the gym teacher or whatever told you to.
So you don't put your hands on kids, but you force them into physical agony, right?
Yeah, well, physical agony builds discipline. That's what sports are all about. That's what ROTC is about. That's what long distance runners are about.
That's what Code Red was about.
Well, that's taking it too far. Once again, we live in this age where I saw a tweet this week, and I literally tweeted about this. So someone said on the internet that Stormy Daniels suing Trump was the worst. Oh,
I saw this.
The worst moment in American history. And so I was reading all the comments and just a riot of laughter, as you can imagine. And my favorite one was this guy goes, no, it would not be the first. The first would be, God, what did he say? Oh, I can't remember what the first one was. So first one was something. Oh, first one, JFK's assassination. Second one was Pearl Harbor. And he goes, I'd probably put it third. I used to have 9/11 third, but I think this pushed it back to 4. I just went, what is happening with these? Do these people believe this stuff?
Yes, you don't like. Okay.
Okay, so you.
The president of the United States of America.
Okay, go ahead.
The president.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be something that was prestigious and meant a lot. And it was a venerated position that was held with high honor. And now we have a snake oil salesman that is paying prostitutes so he can have an affair on his wife while she's recovering from pregnancy.
15 years ago.
What? So?
Or how old is Barron? 10 years ago. So you think
you don't think that's unacceptable behavior?
That's worse than 9/11. It pushes 9/11 to number 4 on your scale. I want you to say that right now.
I don't think that cracks top 10.
I want to hear him say this right now publicly, that Trump being with a prostitute is worse than 9/11 in the scale of American history.
9 years before he was president.
Go ahead, my man. Go ahead. No, I don't care if it happened today.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's doing it in the White House today. I wouldn't even rank Clinton what he did in the top 50 worst moments of American history. Shall we forget slavery? Shall we forget the Civil War? Shall we forget, I don't know, the Native Americans being slaughtered?
That's a good one.
Okay. I mean, those are just 5 off the top of my head.
Of your head.
Abraham Lincoln being assassinated.
Okay. Let me put it. Okay. I see your point here. And obviously, when you look across the entire span of American history, there's a lot of things that you want to put above this, obviously. But I think the point that a lot of people are naive, especially most of the people on Twitter are pretty stupid. Let's just be honest.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Like, you only have so many characters. People lose their mind over that. But what the point is, I think a lot of people, since they're experiencing it in the here and now, it's more emotionally impactful. So that's kind of
why.
These
people were alive during 9/11 that were tweeting this stuff out.
I mean, I understand that. But like when you start talking about all the other stuff. Okay, 9/11 was the one thing that you said. Maybe like obviously they feel very affected by this, right? Like you think they're just like bold-faced, they're just like Russian Twitter bots lying about it, or do you not really think that they feel? Do you not feel like the way you felt about 9/11 is how they feel about Donald Trump?
Wow, I hope that's not.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. It's the way that you guys are, or like some of the listeners who are ultra conservative feel about Hillary Clinton. You know,
I don't
like when those people thought that Hillary Clinton was going to become president, they were losing their minds. They couldn't foresee an America in which Hillary Clinton was president. In the same way, the liberals couldn't foresee Trump being, right? It's like no different.
I mean, I guess to some degree, but I just think it's ridiculous. Like I said, this comes back to just this nature of where we're at in the world today, where you would even feel comfortable typing that on somewhere where people can see it.
It's true. Okay, I agree with you. It is ridiculous.
I'm saying, like, even the fact that, I mean, say that Trump getting elected was worse than him having sex with a prostitute. You know, have his whole tenure as president take under question instead of just that one act that didn't happen even during his presidency. I mean,
but here's the thing. You keep bringing that up like it's an issue. The man has never apologized for any of his actions in the past.
That's true.
He never will. He doesn't see it as a problem. Okay? So don't act it. It's not when he was president. It's one thing to do things in your past and then to ask people for forgiveness or to come out and publicly admit it and say it was wrong. That's never going to happen with Trump. So I don't think it's fair to say
I agree.
It's not when he was president, because Trump don't care. That's the point of it. That's why they're upset, because he doesn't care. He's not remorseful. He's never going to be remorseful, and he's going to lie and cheat and use lawyers and money to get out of any situation that he can. And that's not to say any politician wouldn't do that, because they all would.
Well, maybe. We just got to talking about that.
Brandon's in the chat and he says, when will you dumb apes realize the system is the problem?
I mean, I agree with that.
Okay.
Don't we all agree with that?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, but it's, it's one of the better systems there is, unfortunately, whether it's flawed or not. I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I do love America, so that's the system. Is it perfect? No, nothing is. But
so you would, like, no matter what, you will always be a true patriot to the American system.
I mean, unless somebody takes over and turns us into a dictatorship and starts killing people, yeah, I mean.
So at what point do you draw that line and say we're living in a dictatorship where they're killing people? Because we're pretty much already there.
I mean, semantics, yes, we could argue that.
But at what point does the erosion of liberties in this country become not make it America anymore? Because according to some people, it's never, right? Like,
well,
if you hate America, then you're like a homegrown terrorist.
I would say as long as we have a vote, a say, as long as we have freedom of speech.
Okay, you don't have a vote.
Yeah, I do.
You don't have a say.
What do you mean?
What do you have a vote for?
We're saying something right now that you can't do in other countries. You wouldn't be allowed to have a podcast like this.
I mean,
we'd be
okay.
Executed,
okay, that's
man.
a good liberty. That's
so
a good
freedom
liberty.
of speech.
Okay, but your vote doesn't matter, just so you know.
I disagree with you, but so. Yeah. All right.
Whatever. That's controversial.
So there you go, Dad.
Okay, I got something a little more lighthearted for you.
Good job, Dad. Good job.
I got something a little more lighthearted for you.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know why this is.
Okay. Shaq releases birthday balloons with $500 bills tied to the ends over Atlanta. And he says somebody's going to be very happy.
So he turned 46.
Mm-hmm.
And he tied a bunch of $500 to balloons and released them in Atlanta.
That's not a bad idea, I guess. I mean, it would be quite the find if you were out there and found one of those balloons. I mean, Shaq's a likable guy. I like Shaq. He's a funny guy, and him doing this. I mean, $500 isn't much to him, but the act of him actually going out and doing it is pretty cool, I think. And hopefully, whoever got that, it was a good present for. I hope we went to somebody that really needed it.
But he tied them all to one balloon.
Yeah.
How many $5 bills did he put on that?
I don't know. I have no idea. This is your story, man.
How far did you? What do you?
Far did that probably
what
go?
happened to those balloons?
It probably went about 2 miles or so.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, we used to do this when we were children. We used to get balloons and put little notes on them.
But we never found them, did we?
We didn't find them.
Did we put our name? I vaguely remember doing
we put
this.
just stuff on them.
I feel like someone did call once.
So when I was on my old podcast, I went to go visit some family, Casey's family in Indiana, and we put at the time the podcast was called the PWA Show. We put the PWA Show in our phone number, and we tied it, and it went. I don't know where it went, and we actually got a call on the voicemail. Somebody actually called and said, "I found your balloon. This is PWA Show." So
wait, how far? 2 miles?
I mean, I don't know. He apparently was somewhere close by. I mean, so yeah, Shaq, man, good guy. I think he's a pretty cool dude. I've always liked Shaq. Even when he was in college, I followed him, and I was a Lakers fan when he was there. I was sad to see him go from the Lakers. So good for Shaq. But there's another Lakers guy that made the news this week. You know who that Lakers guy is? Who's the other Lakers guy? Kobe Bryant.
What was Kobe in the news?
Kobe Bryant wins an Oscar. So the Oscars, Kobe Bryant wins an Oscar for best short animated film. So this is what kills me. Number one, did anybody watch the Oscars? John?
No.
Lee, did you watch any of the Oscars?
Definitely not.
I turned it on and I watched the first 5 minutes. Jimmy Kimmel used to be funny, right? Like he used to be funny.
Jimmy Kimmel.
I mean,
don't start John on Jimmy Kimmel, man.
I want to hear John's thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel.
He's got a lot of lust in his eye whenever you say the word Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm just saying, Jimmy Kimmel, for someone who is so like above and beyond now, it's so liberal, coming from a place where every show he did on a show he helped create, the last words out of his mouth was, "And now, girls jumping on trampolines."
So you just said the president shouldn't be judged on his past actions, and here you are throwing Jimmy Kimmel under a bus.
The president ain't preaching
for hosting a show in the past. That's a little iffy, John. I don't know.
Well, anyway, it was terrible. I stopped watching because I was like, I'm not watching. Number one, the movies weren't that great. The movies weren't that great this year. Let's just be honest here.
Somebody's calling you out in chat for saying that it was an animated short or something.
I mean, it's a short film or something.
But is it animated?
The former LA Laker won an Oscar for Best Animated Short Film at Sunday's Academy Awards for Dear Basketball. Yes, animated
Sorry, Mr.
short
Brandon.
film. Yes,
You're wrong.
So anyway, the big theme of the night obviously was the white man's evil, and it's a women's time, and minorities are getting their time in Hollywood. Even though I thought Moonlight won last year. I guess I missed that one. But anyway, whatever. Remember Oscar So White last year? That was the big hashtag last year. Well, this year it's obviously Time's Up Me Too. Which brings me
Time's Up Me Too.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So now Kobe Bryant, who we all know was arrested for rape and was taken to trial for rape.
But didn't he settle out of court?
Settled out of court, which does not mean...
Which means he's innocent,
no.
technically.
Did you say it last week? Or somebody said not guilty does not mean you
Beyond
didn't do
a
it.
shadow of a doubt.
So... anyway, so now 16,000 people have signed petition to take back Kobe Bryant's Academy Award.
For what purpose?
Because he's a
rapist.
Yeah, he's part of.
Okay, he's never been convicted of rape. So once
he
again,
lost in civil court. Does that count?
I don't know. Does it?
I mean, OJ lost in civil court too.
I don't think it does, because in civil court you only need like a simple majority,
preponderance of the evidence. Yeah. So what do you think about this? So no one said anything though there about Kobe Bryant. They were giving Ryan Seacrest a lot of hell on the red carpet because allegedly it's come out this past week that he harassed or assaulted his former hairdresser, and he was getting a lot of flack from some of the people while he was interviewing them. And I just thought, like you said about Kobe, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty, but they were almost ready to remove Seacrest, and then Franco wasn't even at the awards. They thought this guy would be up for Best Oscar for After Disaster, and after all that stuff came out on him, gone, baby, not even mentioned. That movie wasn't even up for a single award, and before all this happened, it was a lock to be one of the best pictures of the year, and he was going to be one of the best actor nominees.
Well, isn't that what
Why
you guys
does Kobe
want?
Bryant get the pass, man?
Probably because he acted well. I don't know.
I'm just saying, in a night where you're acting like you're celebrating all these things.
Your time's up, brother.
Then he gets
Did you not get the memo?
I know, my time is up.
Your time is up.
But I'm saying.
And here you are whining about it.
I just saying, Hollywood, you're bogus, man. You're phonies.
So you're just now realizing that Hollywood is bogus and
Jimmy Kimmel's a fake, like you said. Oh, he's suddenly a liberal on the last year. Yeah, that's because your ratings were crashing, bro, and you saw that all the other guys were attacking Trump. So guess what he decides to do? Oh yeah, I hate Trump too. Please stop.
You don't think all those late night hosts are fake?
They're chameleons, of course. They're gonna say whatever gets them the views.
What is the problem here? I don't understand.
He's just a phony hack. They're all phony hacks. They sit up here and they applaud for this man. If your big platform really was #MeToo, and you know this guy raped that girl, okay? I've read the transcripts, my friend. I have.
You're talking about Kobe Bryant.
Yes, I love Kobe Bryant. He was one of my favorite players of all time, man. But hey, and I love him as a player. But the guy raped that girl, man. I've read the transcripts. What he said to detectives. That is the definition of rape.
Well, read us some of the...
I can tell you that he wanted to get some, let's say, backdoor action, and she said no, and he just kept going. That's rape. Straight up, man.
Okay. You've heard it here
So anyway, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me that this isn't brought up. I mean, 12,000 people? You can't, number one, though, you can't take the man's award away. I mean, unfortunately, that's just not how it works. I mean, I'm sure they would love to. I mean, they pretty much.
What other rewards have they taken away?
Where they banned your boy Weinstein, he's out. He's out of the academy altogether. It's the only second time.
Did they strip his previous?
I guess I don't know, but he's the only second person ever to be banned from the academy. So
who was the first?
Jimmy Kimmel said, I was listening to it. It was some guy back in the 1920s who copied somebody else's. He copied a
plagiarism.
He copied a movie or something and was showing it to people, and they found out and kicked him out.
Oh wow!
I know we've come a long way. They
don't take that stuff lightly. That's their bread and butter.
Okay, so
I'm honestly like the Kobe Bryant thing. I don't care as much as you do. Like Harvey Weinstein was like a serial abuser, and like Kobe Bryant
he just raped that one girl. No big deal.
No, I'm not saying that. He was never convicted. Like Harvey Weinstein pretty much was.
So your only thing in life was someone convicted before you judge him, please.
Kobe Bryant never admitted to rape. I mean, you say you have some police records and stuff.
He did to those detectives.
Then how did he get out of court?
Because he got settled. He paid the girl.
But that was a private suit.
Yes.
You don't get out of court. You don't get out of a... Like, just because you lose or settle out on a private suit doesn't mean they can't press charges in a criminal court.
Well, they didn't, because you would have no victim to testify. So the case would be mute at that point. You can say the detectives... Most of the time it's true. And you can just say...
it's true when one of the people have a ton of money.
Yeah. So anyway... But do you know, I'm going to ask Lee, I'm going to ask you guys some questions about the Oscars real quick. Lee, what won Best Picture?
That one, Let's Move or Let's...
Nope. John, do you know what won Best Picture?
I mean, if you gave me a list, I might be able to tell you which one, but I don't know.
Shape of Water.
Yeah, Shape of Water.
Who do you think won Best Actor, Lee?
Bob Marley.
You couldn't tell me one guy nominated. John?
I don't know.
Gary Oldman won for he was
just about anything he does. I think is great.
So must be like so. Anyways,
probably.
Yeah. But the point is, you're right. I can only name you a few. Coco won for Best Animated Picture, and that's it. Oscars boring. Lowest rated one of all time. Because you know why?
Thanks for bringing it up.
Because people don't want to hear about politics, man, for 3 hours. I mean, I'm sorry, but they don't. It's enough is enough.
I did see. I don't read very many Donald Trump tweets, but I did see the one he posted about the Oscars. Did you see that?
Oh, what'd he say?
He was like, the reason nobody watches the Oscars anymore is because we don't have stars anymore, except for me. And then in parentheses, haha, just kidding.
You admire Trump for that. He's got balls. I mean,
is it stupidity or is it balls?
Well, it's probably both.
Okay, we got to move on.
Often it's
okay. Ready for
it's a thin line.
Ready for Who's to Blame this week?
Who's to blame?
We're doing Who's to Blame. All right, here we go. All right, it's time for Who's to Blame. I'm blaming you. That's not bad, actually.
I like the drop.
Okay, so Lee's going to give me and John a subject this week, right? And me and John, one of us has to go pro whatever that is. The other one has to go on the opposite side, anti. So
this week, I'm sure it's a topic everyone is familiar with.
Okay.
March Madness.
March Madness.
The NCAA basketball tournament. Okay. You can do men's or women. I'll let you decide.
I mean, that's a joke.
Run the misogyny alert.
Well, I mean, wait, what are you saying, John?
I said men's.
Oh, I thought women's was the only one that mattered, so it's on John.
Yeah.
Misogyny alert.
It's International Women's Day, John.
Come on, man. Women's basketball is like it, dude. The men's stuff is weak. That's for losers.
We should switch this to be women's basketball.
I mean, we can.
All right, women's basketball.
Go.
John, are you... first choice, John. Pro or con? Your choice.
Let's make this
fun.
No,
he just said con. You have to do
con.
Yeah,
you have to do con.
I was going to say con anyway.
Let's go, John.
I'll say women's basketball, men's basketball. It's just basketball. Get over it. It's a tournament. Why is everybody stressing about it so much?
Wait, you got women's basketball. Women's basketball.
I'm doing the whole thing, man. Women's,
okay.
men's.
Don't follow the rule.
Yeah, don't follow the rule, man.
Time out. TV time out. Let's huddle up. Let's draw out a plan.
All right. Women's. Okay, women's basketball.
And you're anti-women's basketball.
Anti-women's basketball.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's all planned ahead of time. They know who's going to win the whole tournament. It's all just how many people bet on this tournament?
Let's just do women's basketball as a whole.
I'm talking about women's basketball.
A lot.
5 people. Five people voted.
A lot.
Just 5 people,
Billions
just
of dollars.
Why aren't more people betting on the women's basketball?
I don't know.
I mean, you said 5 people.
You said it was big money.
That'd be more than 5 people.
Well, you tell me.
Do you want me to take? Because this is weak.
John, you
fail.
fail.
John, every week we'll just take pro whatever it is, okay? And I'll take anti. Okay, so let's keep it real. You can hit the misogyny alert later on me. But women's basketball, to quote somebody in the chat, is straight trash. It's boring. Number one, none of them can even dunk the basketball. They started a league, WNBA. I guarantee you walk down the street, you couldn't find 5 people that can name one team in the league. It's basically us 3 could probably beat a lot of the people in the WNBA. That's a guarantee, okay? That's a lock, okay? Because at the end of the day, baby, men are superior to women in athletics. It's just a fact. You take the best dude, you take the best woman, The guy will win every time. You're telling me the best female basketball player of all time couldn't even beat a bench player in the NBA. It's a fact. I don't even know why it's a tournament. It's a tournament of losers pretty much. I mean, let's be honest here. UConn, they recruit all the best players, and then the rest of it, the final scores are 80-2 or something. Now, if you're telling us three couldn't put up 2 points over the course of a game, you're wrong. They should take it off TV, end all women's athletics. We need to get them going back. You know, if you guys want to succeed on this Me Too movement, get your butts in school, learn a trade, stop trying to go out there and hoop it up with guys. Women's basketball, straight trash, John. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's utterly horrible.
All right, I'll do the pro.
Okay,
women's basketball.
Go.
Because here's the thing, like basketball as a sport has degenerated into this like clubbing. It's just a degenerate game. It was like founded as like a pure sport that was supposed to be about tactics, positioning, and good shots. Now I'm seeing like NBA players jumping out of bounds and like throwing balls at people. That's not basketball. Let's call it something else. Let's just call it like angry ball or something, because that's what it is. Women's basketball is pure. You're talking nobody dunks. When basketball was invented, it was against the rules to dunk.
Because it was all
Who
white
decided
dudes.
that it was a good thing that we should be dunking basketball?
The brothers.
What if someone just started changing the rules of your sport? The women's is pure. It's strategic. It's stripped down, but it's pure. And that is what basketball should be.
It's pure crap. You're right about that, man.
All right. Who's to blame?
Who's to blame? The winner this week? Me!
Tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, that's who's to blame. Look for more of those in the future. John, you got to come strong next week with something, man. John just doesn't want to be a bad guy. He doesn't want to say anything on the mic. Well, that's not true. But do you know we used to have...
No, he doesn't want to.
Do you know we used to have a listener that listened every week to the show and used to recap our episodes, and he has basically, after episode... I'm not making this up. After episode 77, Pizza That Lives has disappeared off the face of the internet. He's no longer on Twitter. He's not on Facebook. He's nowhere to be found. John, how does it feel to run off a listener, not off the show, my friend, off the internet altogether?
I have seen him on the internet, so that's not true.
No, not lately. You haven't?
I haven't seen him recap the shows.
Are you disappointed he's a listener?
No, I love Pizza Dad. He's one of my favorite listeners.
He's one of my favorite. Give us your 5 favorite listeners, John, since you just said that. Go ahead.
My wife, number 1.
Okay, good cover. All right.
I'd probably say Pizza Dad's probably my second favorite. Probably Bethany Space Pants is next. Brie Poe after that.
Okay.
Copper Top.
Okay.
That's 5.
All right. Well, we're running up against the clock, boys.
Okay.
So we better get going here.
All right. So is it time for John to put his foot in his mouth?
Yes.
All right. Time for
I
dear.
think it has been.
Every show.
By the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All right. So we got an email from a listener this week. Lee's going to read it, and then John's going to give advice. Go.
This one comes in. Dear John, I'm a mom who raised 3 kids, and now... Wait. This is the wrong one.
Oh.
We've already read that one.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Next up. Here we go. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
And that's it for Dear John, run it.
Go ahead. Do you have it?
I literally have seemed to have misplaced here. Okay. Hold on. Let me look it up.
All
real
right.
quick.
So
buy me some time.
While he's doing this, I thought I had one more thing I wanted to bring up, but you know what? I wrote it down. Oh, I wrote it down on my phone. So let me pull up the topic while he's looking for that, John. Let's see if we can vamp on this. Oh, yeah, I nailed everything. What do you think about International Women's Day, John, before we get started on Dear John? Does your wife acknowledge it and celebrate it? Because I have a theory.
She didn't really mention it today.
Thank you. And that's my theory. And your wife would be described as a conservative female, right?
Yeah.
My theory is every conservative female does not acknowledge this as an actual day. Most of the conservative women I know and I worked with or I know in my life never mention it at all. But yet I found all of the more liberal or more progressive people I know, women, definitely acknowledged it, definitely posted about it multiple times. And I just feel and we'll get to this maybe later on another segment, but there's a divide in women, conservative and liberals. And anyway,
Okay,
all right,
here we go. I found it. Okay, this one comes in. Dear John, I was convicted of a crime and did 3 years on a 6-year sentence.
Stop.
My daughter was 2 when I was incarcerated. I was released last year and am currently on parole. I tried contacting my ex-wife about seeing our daughter and being a part of her life, but I only made things worse. Now she's trying to hide my girl from me. I'm trying my best, but she refuses to put me on child support. What do I do from a troubled father?
I mean, as a father, and it's probably the most important role I believe I play in life. That would devastate me. I would seek legal help. I don't know what I would do if I were kept from my son. So I mean, I would take that action first. Is legally try and find a way to be a part of the child's life.
That's it?
That's it.
I mean,
What else is there to say?
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like try and kidnap the kid? No, that's not the right answer.
Here's what I would say. You're a convict.
Mm-hmm.
You're wanting to see your kid.
He's no longer a convict. He served his
He's
time.
an ex-convict. Probably a
Right.
felon, okay?
Probably.
He's not getting expunged. His record's not getting expunged.
Well, he's
He
not.
ain't the court. No matter what, you could get what's his face, the guy that represented OJ.
Johnny Cochran.
You get Johnny Cochran, and you're not getting that kid back. So yeah, get you a ski mask, get you a fast car, and transport that kid over state lines.
What would you do if your wife said, I'm taking our kid and I'm going to another state and there's nothing you can do about it? What would you do?
I'd seek legal counsel.
Okay, but she's gone, baby. Let's say she goes out of the
John,
country.
lawyers are not for you. I'm telling you.
Then you got money for a lawyer? You fat daddy fat stacks
Hey,
over
man,
here? I mean,
That's
Take
your
out
new
a loan.
AKA Daddy Fat.
Daddy fat stacks. Anyway, where did you? I don't even want to.
You need to call up
Anyway.
Daddy Fat Stacks. He'll make everything right.
I
is
will.
what I would.
I wouldn't
Listener?
rest. I would do whatever I could.
okay, what does that mean? I would do whatever I
So
could.
before you said don't kidnap your kid, and now you're saying do whatever you can.
Yeah.
Which one is it,
Which
John?
one is it?
I mean, the thing is there's got to be warning signs ahead of time.
No, you're in jail, bro. You're this guy. You're the guy in the story. You
Give
go
him
to jail.
advice. Yeah,
He comes out-
I told him my
No.
advice would be to seek a
Okay,
lawyer.
you get a lawyer, and they go to court, and they determine that since you're an ex-con, you don't get any custody.
I don't know what I'd do then.
You said you would do whatever
Well,
it
this
takes.
is an advice column, bro. You got to tell this guy.
He
what to
hasn't
do.
done that
Okay, let's
apparently
say
yet.
let's say he does. We're looking for the future.
Oh, he just sent me another email.
Fake news.
Yeah, I got text. Oh, yeah, no, he has gone to court.
He's
Nothing
gone to
happened.
court.
That's the
Let's say he
quickest litigation ever.
Let's say he goes to court and they're like, no, you can't see your child. And the wife's or the ex-wife's or girlfriend says, I'm moving out of the country later. What would you do in that situation? See, he doesn't want to answer, does he?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, well, this week's advice column
He's stumped. John is
is
stumped.
stumped. He doesn't know what to do. Lee gave you advice. Kidnap it. You say kidnap the kid?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
what do you say?
He's not touching that one. So we got a bunch of selfies if you want to run through 'em.
All right, so we have Blame Your Selfies here. We actually have a sound drop. It's going to be the first week it's debuted, so here we go.
Honestly, when I first started doing this show, you said you have to take selfies of yourself and put it on the Blame Your Selfie. And I literally thought you were insane. I was like, why would anyone take a selfie of themselves?
All right, so it's Blame Your Selfie. We ask people to take selfies.
Could have been mixed a little better. I feel like. You could
know.
have thrown in some like,
I mean, you can't
take a
make
selfie, take a selfie. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I know. Get
Get a little
everything's-
Skrillex on it. Is that his name?
I think your
Dead Mouse.
Your drop was amazing, so I grabbed
Okay.
it. All right, so we ask listeners to take selfies. They take them. We show them on the live stream at blameyourbrother.tv. And Lee's going to roll the footage, and I'm going to read it. So here we go. This is from Mandy from Canada. Mandy's definitely celebrating International Women's Day today. Saw her post a few things about it, but she's got a shirt here. It says, The Babe with the Power. And Mandy does a podcast called Little Geek Lost and Box Office Beats. So go check both of those out, and you can follow her on Twitter at Cyanide with 2 N's. At Cyanide with 2 N's. All right, next up, It's Daddy Fat Stacks himself. It's Michael Anthony, and he is here with somebody. I can't. There's no.
NBC Philadelphia's Vince Lozano.
Sure,
Vince L.
That famous guy there. Well, anyways, Michael Anthony's hanging out with one of his heroes on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
TV. It was revealed this week that Anthony loves Melanie Layden, man. Like, he tweets us about her all the time. She finally corresponded with us, and I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah, he talks about you all the time. He's your biggest fan. He wrote back, thanks for making my day. So
all right.
That's what we do.
We make dreams come true on this podcast.
Making connections.
All right. Next up, this is a new one. The beauty of this is people see it and they just get involved. All right. So this is listener or friend of the show, Samantha Stark. And you can follow her at Samantha Stark 3. And it says, me, my mom, and my grandmother. Blame your selfie. # Women's Day. So
where's the coin?
Three generations of women right there. I love that picture. That's great, man. I'd like to see more of your people's family. All right, this is from the IABD Presents. You can go follow them at IABD Presents. And it says, when you leave your phone unlocked, you get unexpected selfies. # blame your selfie. Love that. That should be a theme one week. Can you get...
Steal someone's phone?
Yeah, steal someone's phone.
And post it on...
Yeah. I don't know.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah. Or I guess they stole...
You could leave your phone out and see if anybody posts.
That'd be kind of weird if they did.
Yeah.
All right, this is definitely one of our conservative female listeners. This is Ha Simpson. You can follow her at Squeaky Ha. And it says, it's National Proofreading Day. Well, there you go. It's 2 national days. Who would know? I'm certain someone will harsh my mellow. # grammar police. # blame your selfie. # is it spring yet? # deuces. So there we go. That's
Deuce. Is that a Snapchat filter?
It must be. I don't know.
I thought those were really cool glasses at first.
And hopefully we'll see her rocking the misogyny alert shirt. All right, this is one of John's favorite listeners, right? Or did you say... No, you didn't say her, did you?
I didn't get to her.
Oh, man. This is...
I'll probably be apologizing next week.
This is Katie, where it's specifically...
It's actually Ball Pitt's
butt.
Ball
Pitt's butt, which is Katie's butt, which has... Her own account has a butt. And, she has an account just for her butt. It's # blame your selfie. # blame your butt selfie. # booty. It says at BYB, at me. I listened back to episodes of Blame Your Brother I missed, and no one informed me of the booty postings. For shame, belated booty.
I know. I did think of her. I don't know if you remember those booty postings.
Yeah, I do. What's that sticker say? It says
something about feel the power.
Feel the power. There you
go.
Feel the
power.
Well, that's a nice tush. So there you go.
Nice tush.
All right, here we go. This is Kiki Fierce at Kiki Fierce _ It says it's at Blame Your Brother. It's International Women's Day, and I'm every woman. # blame your selfie. And she's cosplay as Tinkerbell, Catwoman, Gwenum, and Velma. So John earlier said he likes Gwenum the best. Lee, which is there one that stands out to you?
I'm always going to go with the Scooby-Doo.
Oh, Velma.
100%.
Okay. Normally I'd go Velma, but I really like the Catwoman outfit, so I'm going to pick that one. But anyways, let us know which one.
A house divided.
A house divided shall stand. All right, here's Half Pint, the guy that helped me out with the video at MACK. He says he's holding a Bushmills liquor or vodka or whiskey, whatever that is. Says, here you kids go. Next week,
Irish whiskey.
Half Pint's point returns. # blame your selfie. All right, and we got John here. And it says, my superhero name is Lack of Sleep Man, but I can only blame your selfie. There you go. And this is Bracket Master L. # blame your selfie. No filter selfie. # selfie queen. And she got her Blame Your Brother shirt today in the mail. She said she's going to be wearing it quite a bit in New York, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So the exposure.
I like the jacket. I really like the jacket.
Cool jacket. So she's definitely into the basketball. She's a Kentucky fan. So if you go follow her, and you can get some basketball updates. All right. So is that all the selfies? All right. That's all the selfies this week. Remember, take selfie, use the # blame your selfie, and we will play it on the show. It is time now for the major key segment.
So let me give you a major key.
Another one.
Where is the key?
There's another key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, time for the major key segment. We take a life lesson from this week's episode, and we play it for everyone. So we got 2 contenders in the chat. Sammy said, hide your kids, hide your wife. And John's wife, Robin, said laughter is the medicine for anything.
Everything is what I said, I believe.
Laughter is the medicine for everything. Is that?
I mean, anything, everything. I don't know. I've been saying things all week wrong, evidently.
Okay, so which one do we want to go with? Or do you guys going to pull out a wild card? Which one, John? Let's know which one you like. Which one you like the best? I say don't smile in your mugshot.
All right,
That's I like that one. Yeah.
All right, don't smile in your mugshot.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, that's it, boys. That's Major Key. You can get all those on the website, blameyourbrother.net. And if you go to blameyourbrother.net, if I can get that out, there are tons of great things on there. We have new Misogyny Alert t-shirts up for sale. I have lowered the prices on them. So if you go to blameyourbrother.net, on the right side, there's a link for t-shirts, and you can get you a Misogyny Alert shirt. They start off at $13, which is really a great deal. And, get the shirt, wear it. People will definitely talk to you, guaranteed for sure. Also, while you're there, you can follow us on all of our social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're hitting all the bases there. You can get all the ways to catch the podcast. If you're going to be shopping on Amazon, please use our Amazon link. It takes you straight to the site. You make your purchases. We get a little bit kickback. I know Brandon's done that before. Robin's done that before, so we always appreciate you guys. Great articles up at the site. Adam is back. He's writing for us. Wrote this week, The West Wing TV show. Is it the best ever U.S. drama? ? So he writes a really great article. I never watched it, but I've heard it's a really good show, so I might have to go back and watch it now. You got Half Pint recapping the entire MCU in order for Infinity War, which comes out in about a month. I mean, a month in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, yeah, all the articles are there. Also, remember to check out Radio Vegas Rocks. They stream us every Thursday. Go to radiovegas.rocks or get the Radio Vegas app, and you can stream their internet radio station 24/7. Not much to do. You can subscribe to the RSS feed. You can email the show. So if you want to ask John something or just email us about anything we said on the show, you can do it right there. You can put in your actual email, fake email, whatever you want to do. We will not know. It does not tell us. You can even send a voicemail if you get brave. Just click on the link on the side. It's all there for you, man. Everything's there. Articles, podcasts. We got a bunch of videos coming up this week. I did a unboxing video for a Funko Pop figure I got. I did the MACK video. So go to blameyourbrother.tv. Come hang out with us Thursday. We've given you tons of ways to do it. Spread the word about the show and all of that great stuff that will help the show grow. So I guess with that being said, Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
You want me to play it again?
Has anybody seen this?
Nobody has seen this.
They have to be found and talked to.